morning, darklings. Good morning, lightlings. How are you today? I hope you are well. So today we are going to do the first video VR to Moon Scarab with the hashtag working with the divine masculine. And this is a community collaboration that was created by Rachele over at Amethyst Ascension, and it is being hosted by the wonderful Ramons. And if you have not seen their channels yet, please check the link in the description. Or else. So I watched Ramon's video, and I have to say, I absolutely think it was amazing. I think he has given us so much information that is so useful and very much needed. And I am completely grateful to be here and doing this work as well, because I do feel like I do have some masculine energies that could be healed or balanced with the whole in my feminine energy inside of me, as do we all. So I thought it was absolutely wonderful that Ramon had used the masculine archetypes as well. And you know what? I was like, oh, that would have been brilliant, but hey, that's okay. There's still plenty of time to explore all that. But I think that using the archetypes was just great. And why I love using archetypes and a lot of different forms of work is because it can give you a lot of clues and insights of energies within you that we can use, build on, change, or integrate. And it kind of makes the fragments of our spirits the whole when we can understand and do this and embrace these energies within us. So he asked a specific question in his video, like, what masculine archetypes do you think that you could embody? And for me, I feel like, from my own observations, one being the warrior, and two, the addict. And I don't say addict as in like, I'm on drugs, though I am open about my history with that. By the way, it has been many, many years, clean and sober, so pat on the back. But I mean addict as in I feel like there is a hole there, one that I cannot identify, and perhaps maybe I try to fill this hole with a lot of different things, right? But I feel like if we're all honest with ourselves, I think we all struggle with that a little bit. Truly, I do. But I feel like it could be more prominent in some lives than it is others. And for me, that's something I would like to explore and integrate this month within myself. And that's one of my main hopes and goals to get out of all this work, is to embrace this type of energy and really integrate this. Find out why I might be feeling like this, why I have felt like this for a very long time now, and what are some better, more healthier ways that I could cope with feeling like this, and what is it going to take to make Courtney feel whole spiritually again, right? So I did take a fun little archetypes test, and I ended up, for the masculine archetypes, I ended up getting the warrior. No surprise there. And the magician. So that surprised me, and I'm going to run with it, but I'm also going to ask my deck, one of my favorite decks, what it thinks the masculine archetype or energy that I could possibly be dominantly embodying lately. Wow, guys. So, okay, it is no surprise that I got the trickster. This is my every test I do. Also, I mean, me. The trickster always comes up as my predominant archetype. So, along with the trickster, we got the wolf, which, cool. I want to know what this means. All right, so persona. or attribute we'll start with. The wolf will not allow you to be neutered or let you become estranged from your animal nature. By acknowledging him, you are not giving up on your humanity, you are accepting your core's origin. The wolf gives you back to your instincts and helps you resist the constraints placed upon you by polite society. Persona, when you are lost, confused, blinded by the light, or stumbling through the dark, the wolf will be your guide. All paths are known to him, no matter the terrain, forest, plain, or wasteland. The wolf has no need to be taken into society's bosom. He hunts and mates for vitality's sake. His wants and his needs aren't in contradiction. And you know what? That I should observe. I think this gave me a couple of hints there in what it said on some of my personal struggles lately. And one of them are, fitting in, finding my place in things, finding my place. I feel so out of place, and I've been struggling with such crazy anxiety lately and feelings of dread, and I can't pinpoint what's going on. I can't pinpoint what's up with me, and are my desires aligned with like what I need? I don't know. I don't know. These are things that I'm definitely going to have to observe. But I do think that one thing is clear, and I really shouldn't be so concerned with where my place is at, and just own the place that I am at and shine in my own right, I think. Definitely. It's not so much about caring about what other people think, but it's also that feeling of being included in something. But at the same time, do I really want to? I'm feeling this never-ending battle between solitude and wanting to be a part of something, and they clash and change from day to day. And I'm trying to really analyze, what is that? Where's that come from? And could this be causing all of this anxiety, along with my desires and other things? I've really questioned even lately, is this even what I want to be doing? I mean, I'm not ready to give it up. I'm not ready to say it's not. And I totally love our community and all of you guys, but I think I'm just going through some sort of transformation I don't really understand right now. And I'm trying to ride the wave, but really this is going to take some deep insight and really figuring out what I want and what's best for me and aligning those. So getting that card, that was really great. And I do feel like that could be one of the archetypes that, or energies I'm facing inside of me. And we're going to see how all of that kind of ties in to this work this month. But let's get into Ramons' spread, which is absolutely amazing. And Rachele, you did great on the digital journal. That link for that, your free copy, will be in the description as well. So make sure you go over and get one if that's what you want to do. If not, then Ramon does have the spread on his video with his reading, which was absolutely great. Not sure why, but I went over to my shelf and I really feel pulled to using my Sacred Web Tarot today. So that is what we are going to do, because after all, that divine web connects us all and all things and all energies. So I think that's kind of beautiful, and a beautiful symbol of the work that I am doing here and the work that we all do on a daily basis. So for the first question, what power do I need to awaken? Pretty much, I got the 5 of Wands. What's interesting is some of the things in the book actually really resonate with this, and a little bit about things I've been feeling. So it says, soften your grip on your need to be in control, your desire for certainty, and your dread of the unknown. Release your dark thoughts on the wing of the night and tune into the rhythm of your heart, for it is a constant reminder of your connection to the sacred fire, the immortal flame of spirit. And the key word is cooperation, and it says, in cooperation with my own internal fire, I let the radiance of my soul light the way forward. And usually that's how I like to roll. I just follow that wherever I'm guided or led. But that doesn't always happen. We're not always in tune with that. Sometimes our head gets to us. And I do feel like finding my own inner fire, kind of going with that, following that flame, which I may do a little ritual for this. Yeah, as much as we like to always think we're letting our heart and souls guide us and that inner flame, things get in the way. We're only human, and that can throw us off track. And maybe over analyzing things like I tend to do is a real hindrance. Now, what fear or distortion is dimming my light? This is a really great question for this spread, and one I'd actually like to know in lieu of kind of what I'm feeling lately. So what fear or distortion is dimming my light? Oh, wow. Fives, lots of fives, lots of fives. So we have Five of Swords pretty much, but it's feathers in this deck. I believe that is the Ace of Wands. Lots of fire too, right? Almost like I'm really working in that masculine flame energetically. Okay, forgive me. So this is not the Ace of Wands, but it is the Knight. So Scout of Fire, the keywords awaken. I awaken to all the power and potential that burns inside of me. This card kind of symbolizes and encourages you to explore all realms of possibility within the fervor of your conviction. The Scout points you in the right direction so that you can activate your dormant energy and all your unique power by awakening prana. So the Five of Feathers in here, the keywords change. I always have the power to shift my gaze and change my point of view. Self-inquiry can be challenging, for it requires real honesty and courage. Because change is hard, it can be difficult to question the things about yourself and the configuration of your actions and thoughts that characterize your life. Practicing self-reflection and empathy can open the door to a more supportive experience of being alive. And it goes on and on. One thing I love about this deck is it's not like a typical meaning tarot deck. I think it's very much more explored. Not that tarot isn't based on the elements, but this kind of has a bit more of an esoteric meanings to the cards, while still slightly being true to the original meanings of tarot, but very, very heavily elemental based is what I'm trying to say. So basically, what do I fear? I would say maybe a part of me fears what I'm going to find if I do reflect even more on myself. I feel like this whole year and even a bit before that, it's all I do. I feel like it is all I do, and I am tired. But maybe it isn't so much as looking for things that are wrong with me like I always do, but owning and seeing my own power for what it is and reawakening that, reawakening the parts of myself I am confident in. A change through that, a change through confidence and my own inner flame. All right, what does my sacred masculine energy want to say to me? What does my sacred masculine energy want to say to me? Oh, I got Student of Fire and Judgment. I love these cards so much. Okay, guys, the Student of Fire is the Page of Wands, traditionally, and the keywords believe. The quote is, "When I believe in myself, I find the courage to shine my light for all to see." Yes, the Student of Fire invites you to fall in love with your own inventive self. Can you see the flames of transfiguration that laugh and dance with excitement? They urge you to study your own holy fire and discover the power of your imaginative mind to help devise the path forward. So it goes on, but I know where it's going. So I think it's really validating what my previous cards for the previous question said. And I think that I am supposed to be kind of regaining that fire inside of me, my ability to be me and run with it and be confident in that, versus always looking what I can do to be better. How can I be a better person? How can I, always trying to analyze myself and overanalyze and criticize myself. I feel like sometimes in the spiritual community, we can unconsciously feel pressure to do that, because it's almost like this silent battle of who can do this to feel or be the most spiritual. Not everybody. I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying that these sayings in the community are bad or wrong or we shouldn't be saying them. I am saying that personally, it can be easy to get this idea and imbalance of thinking about some of these things that we do and personally taking it upon ourselves to overanalyze, over-criticize ourselves, because we are trying to achieve something, maybe a personal goal, and we're running away with these ideas, concepts, or things being said, and we're taking it a little bit too much to heart, and we're dulling our own shine doing that, versus just allowing yourself to be you. I feel like I did that a little bit. And perhaps it did dull my shine to where I'm like, well, I always want to be working on myself. I always want to be doing shadow work. I always want to be, well, maybe there is too much. Maybe there is so much, and it creates this anxiety that you could create this imbalance, and it could actually harm you or dull you. So yeah, I feel like we all go through that. I feel like a bit of us all sometimes can take things a little bit too much to heart, that we see somebody or a creator or a community, whatever scenario, we hear something and we run with it because it resonates so much, and then maybe you focus too much on it when it was time to release that. You've done the work and you keep continuing until it becomes to your own detriment, is what I'm trying to say. So we have to be careful with that. And maybe, I do as well. And that's something that didn't even occur to me before this reading. So that's really, really cool. Again, screw what other people think or say. If they can't see that I am a decent person who is trying, fine, right? What am I really worried about? When you have people that love you and you love them, what are you really worried about or afraid of? That's me talking to me. So let's see how judgment could tie into this. I'm pretty sure I know, but oh my gosh. So it was exactly as I just said. Everything I just said, it is just validating my thoughts, my feelings, and my process through this reading right now. I love it so much. Communications, the key word, and the quote is, released from judgment and suffering, I rise up in communion with the gathering light. I think that says it all. I need to not be so worried about what others think, and not be so dang concerned with my own criticisms of myself, and rise to this light that others hold and join it with my own light, right? I love that. Love it, love it, love it. For our last question, we have, what can align me with my soul's fire? So this would be very helpful. I'm interested in what I get for this question, because you know what? A little bit of guidance, please. And I'm also asking my guides right now because I feel like I have the answer. Now it's getting on track to be able to find the confidence in my ability to do this. Wow, more fire. My masculine, I feel like, is really trying to shine through here. So I got the Seer of Fire. Isn't that a stunning card? I just love it. I'm so turned on looking at it. I also love the color usage. Okay, so the Seer is actually the queen. And wow, I can't believe that I've literally gotten just about, I have gotten all fire, all the suit of wands besides the Judgment card. Wow. And almost, what, all the royal ones besides the king. Anyway, so the keyword's vision. And the quote is, when I acknowledge the creativity and beauty within and around me, I begin to realize my vision of the world unified and whole. Wow. So I feel like, all right, it says the Seer of Fire blazes a trail through creative self-expression and revolutionary thinking. They reveal the radical power that can be generated when you allow your soul desire and your quest for union with the sacred, not the desire for recognition or achievement, to lead you into action. Yes. Oh my gosh. They seek knowledge and adventure that is balanced by passionate commitment to serve, integrating humility with penetrating determination. The Seer of Fire is here to remind you that this is what you need to stay focused. They hold the space for you to breathe into the fire so that you can let loose your raw brilliance. They invite you to gaze into that radiance so that you can appreciate and honor its unique beauty. From this holy portal, your perspective expands so that you can begin to acknowledge this creativity and beauty within and around you. Only then can you begin to realize your vision of the world unified and whole. Yes, oh my gosh, I feel like it's perfectly answered all my questions and my dilemmas here. Oh, this was such a good reading. I'm like so grateful right now. I look around every day. I see a bunch of beauty. I see so much beauty and power, unity, so much beautiful things, right? I don't think my issue so much is seeing the beauty around me. I'm able to do that, and I'm able to see a wider worldview, perspectives. I'm able to see all of these things. I'm not always able to see that in myself. So once I do that, I think it will align a lot of things, truly. So I think I am going to prepare a ritual for this. And I am going to look actively to see my own beauty and align that with the beauty I see in others and around me. And I feel like that is the first step to take. This was absolutely beautiful. And I feel like it actually helped me with a lot of issues and questions I've had about myself and things that I've been personally struggling with lately. So this was absolutely amazing. Ramon, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, Rachele. You guys are amazing. And thank you guys for watching. So as I posted in the community tab, we hit 2,500 subs. Woohoo! You're awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome. You two back there. Thank you guys so much for your support. I love you.